Hello and welcome to my channel Passionate PT. Today we're going to discuss about ACA syndrome. So ACA stands for anterior cerebral artery. So let's start. ACA syndrome is something related with the cerebrovascular accident of the brain. That means it is a type of the stroke that is related with the rupture of a specific artery, that is anterior cerebral artery. So before going into details of anterior cerebral artery, you must be aware about the circulation of the brain, and that is comprised of circle of Willis. Circle of Willis, it's basically composed of anterior and posterior circulation that is connected to each other by communicating artery. So anterior cerebral artery is part of the anterior circulation of the brain. Okay, so I'll briefly explain about anterior cerebral artery and the parts which it supply. So from the anterior surface of the brain, here this is something I've drawn the cortex, and this is something you can see from the frontal plane. Okay, it's something you can see from the front, from the anterior surface. So from the anterior, in the anterior circulation, the at the level of your neck, the common carotid artery divides into external carotid and internal carotid artery. The external carotid supplies the face, and the internal carotid artery that goes upwards towards the brain. In the brain, internal carotid artery from both sides goes towards the brain, and what it does, that it ascends upward towards the medial surface of the brain. Okay, so towards the medial surface means that you can, if you imagine here the 3D picture of a brain, then you can just understand it as anterior to posterior. That means it enters anteriorly and supplies the medial surface of the brain from anterior to posterior side. Okay. So this is something, as internal carotid artery goes upward at the level of the medial surface of the brain, it is known as the anterior cerebral artery. And that means the anterior surface of the cerebral hemisphere is supplied by the anterior cerebral artery. Then it goes and supplies the medial surface. Branches are given to the medial surface of the cerebral cortex or cerebral hemisphere. It's not in fact cortex. Branches are also given to the subcortical structure. It's not only the cortical structure or the cortex that is supplied by the anterior cerebral artery. In fact, the subcortical structures are also supplied. So the subcortical structures are given the branches, and then the artery loop over the supralateral surface of the cortex and forms the middle cerebral artery. So but here, as we're talking only about anterior cerebral artery, so we'll talk in sense of anterior cerebral artery. So there are instances when there is rupture to the anterior cerebral artery, and that result in specific sign and symptoms. Okay, so if there is rupture to this anterior cerebral artery, all those structures, cortical and subcortical, that is supplied by the anterior cerebral artery, will get affected and will result into the devastating or damaging effect. So let's go for the sign and symptoms. So you'll have contralateral hemiparesis and hemisensory loss, mainly in the lower extremity. First of all, contralateral, that means it will be opposite, the effect will be opposite to the side that is affected. Hemiparesis means there will be the weakness, there will be the motor weakness or muscle weakness, and hemisensory loss, there will be sensory sensations also not fine. Then mainly in the lower extremity. Now here is another point, that why in ACA syndrome lower extremity is more affected or affected only as compared to the upper extremity. The medial surface of the cerebral hemisphere, which is this is mainly is responsible for the um, supplying for lower extremity. That means the primary motor area that is for the lower extremity is located on the medial surface of the cerebral hemisphere. This will be more clear if you look at the motor homunculus picture given at different places, that this area which is supplied by anterior cerebral artery is mainly responsible for supplying the lower extremity. So as that is known as the primary motor cortex, the medial aspect of the primary motor cortex, and this will result in the more damage to the, in sense of sensory loss, and in sense of the motor loss, lower extremity will be more affected in ACA as compared to the upper extremity. Next you have the urinary incontinence. Now urinary incontinence means, as you can say, that the damage to the brain, or this is something that has happened in the brain. So this will be upper motor neuron lesion. This will result into the spastic and reflexive bladder. That means that the bladder will not be able to accumulate, will not be able to stretch to accumulate the increasing fluid in it, and its reflex will be very very active, so it will not be able to accumulate the urine. And secondly, the area which is controlled, which controls external urethral sphincter, will also be damaged. That is because that area is supplied by the anterior cerebral artery, and all these reasons will result into the urinary incontinence. Then the next step is problems with imitation and bimanual task. Now what is imitation bimanual task? That means all those activities that you perform with your both hands. If you focus and if you think, then most of the activities that you perform during your daily life task are bimanual, that you perform them with your both hands. And that means if you perform them with your both hand, that means your left and right side needs to coordinate with each other, needs to cooperate with each other to perform those tasks. For example, if you're washing the clothes, if you're washing your face, if you're opening a bottle, or if you're putting water into a glass, or if you are pouring something from one surface to another, that means your both hands need to cooperate with each other, coordinate with each other to perform the task. And for that, your left and right cerebral hemispheres need to be in communication with each other. And the structure of the brain that is responsible for communication between the two cerebral hemisphere is corpus callosum. It provides a communication, or a bridge, acts as a bridge between the two hemispheres. And that structure, corpus callosum, is supplied by the anterior cerebral artery. So when that structure will be damaged, you will not be able to perform such bimanual tasks which require cooperation and coordination between the two sides of the body, or two hands. Okay. Then you have then there are some sign and symptoms which do not have a specific location, but they affect, like you have there is abulia. Abulia means that the person suddenly goes mute, the person does not talk that much. So and the person will be slow, and the person will be less spontaneous. There'll be delayed reaction time and everything. So, and similarly, grasp and sucking reflex, contralateral grasp and sucking reflex will also be affected. And the areas which are responsible for these are not well known, but this is mostly seen in the anterior cerebral artery syndrome. So this is all about anterior cerebral artery syndrome. Hope you like the video. Thank you very much.